What's up guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to a brand new video, and in this video I thought I would do a review on Batman Crusader. So as always, let's get into it. So I actually didn't watch all 10 episodes in a row in 1 week. Usually with a new series I usually do stuff like that, but it took me, I want to say, probably 2 weeks to get through all 10 episodes. So first off, I thought that the animation is very similar to the animated series, and obviously it should be because Bruce Timm is working on it. He's a showrunner for it. So I remember back when this was first announced a few years ago, along with My Adventures with Superman. Uh, I heard it was supposed to be a prequel to the animated series, and the first thing I thought in my mind, well, they have to get Kevin Conroy to voice Batman if it's going to be a prequel to the animated series. And when Kevin Conroy passed away, I was thinking to myself, they're probably not gonna do this K2 Crusaders series, and obviously they did it. But instead of it being like a prequel to the animated series, it is set in the 40s, and it takes you back to Batman's roots from the original 40s comics, which I think is a great idea. And to me, K2 Crusader, it reminds me a lot of Brave and the Bold. Not the tone, but the way it is, it reminds me of Brave and the Bold because they're going back to the old comics and basing it, they call it, making it based off of a certain era of the character. So I think that's pretty cool. And the actor who's voicing Batman, I think that he does a great job of voicing Bruce Wayne and Batman. I think he does a great job. And there are a few changes to some characters that are very recognizable. I'll talk about that real quick. Penguin, they gender baited Penguin. Now it's Oswaldo Cobblepot. By the way, if y'all want to hear any spoilers, because I'll talk about a few in this video. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, I recommend you watch the series before you watch this video. So, but this is just my review. Uh, what else? They they race bended Harley. I think she's Asian now. And what else? They race bended Flask as well. He's black now instead of him being white, I think, which he was in the comics. And one interesting thing is, I think that's pretty cool, is you see Flask with Bullock. I never thought I would see that in an animated series. And it's weird because I'm so used to seeing Bullock as like a straight cop, even though he's always been dirty in the comics, stuff like that. But I think it's pretty interesting to see those two together because, in a way, Flash reminds me a lot of Bullock. I remember when I saw Batman Begins, I thought at first that Flash was Bullock, but it was Flash. Uh, and the setting, I think, is pretty cool. They set it in the 40s. It's not set in modern day. And Batman Brave the Bold was kind of like that because they really didn't specify what decade Brave and the Bold was in. So, and there is this one episode where most of the Robins are in there. They're all kids, which I think is pretty cool. Dick Grayson was in it. Jason, Tim Drake was not in it. I was very surprised. Stephanie Brown was in it, and Carrie Kelly was in there too. I thought that was pretty cool. So, but I don't know if this series will ever have any Robins or anything like that because Batman's very young in this series. This is like, I think, year one, something like that. So, and the design is pretty cool. It's straight out of the comics. The only difference is he just had the purple gloves. They're black instead, which I think is a little better. So, uh, the music is pretty cool, and the tone of it is very noir, very similar to the Batman animated series. Uh, and episodes, some of them drag a little, some of them do, but when you get into the series, you kind of forget about that. But the villains that they use through series, I think it's pretty interesting. It's not the standard, like, Rose Girl, like, you expect Joker, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, and stuff like that. They use some obscure villains like Onomatopoeia, uh, Clayface, which I thought was pretty cool, and the redesigns for some of the characters I actually dig. Some characters, his redesigns are okay. Like Harley's redesign is yellow and black. It's okay, but I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it look, I guess, more realistic. Plus, this is the 40s too, so they're not doing anything crazy. So, Two Face, just basically looks like someone who had acid on him. So, nothing like the Dark Knight version. But I think what they did with Two Face's arc for the time he was in the series was pretty cool. And the detective aspect of the series, that is actually pretty cool. I actually like that aspect of the series. It took me a while to get used to Alfred because Alfred looks a little chunky. I'm not used to seeing him that big. So, I think the Batmobile is pretty cool. The design they have for the Batmobile, it looks pretty 40s, which is pretty cool. It's not the red car he had back in the day, because I know that's technically considered the first Batmobile. So, they also race painted Barbara and Commissioner, so they're black now instead of white. So it took me a while to get used to that. So they made some changes to a lot of characters, but I saw past that. It took me a while to get used to that, but I just got past that. So but like I said, I think the noir detective style tone that they're going for in the series, I think it really works. And honestly, I'm just glad that we have another Batman cartoon. I mean, it's been let's see, 11 years. Yeah, it's been 11 years since we've had another Batman cartoon. The last Batman cartoon we had was Beware the Batman, which didn't do so well. Only had one season and then on a cliffhanger. I think the thing that really didn't go well with that show is that they didn't have enough of the more well-known villains in it. So if they would have had like someone more well-known, like maybe Penguin or Joker, maybe it would have took off. So, but in this series, man, in my opinion, it's decent. So it's not Batman animated series, that's for sure, but it is very similar in the way with the designs and stuff like that. So it's cool that Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams, and Bruce Timm are working together on that series. So that's pretty cool. That is very rare you see someone who's working on the movies. It was like Matt Reeves working with Bruce Timm, who's done a lot of the animation stuff. So that is pretty cool to see them work together along with J.J. Abrams. So the design of Batman, I dig it. Basically straight out of the comics from Detective Comics, with one minor tweak. Well, technically two, because the bat is a little different. Because the original bat in the comics didn't have the ears, so, and the gloves too. But I think this series is gonna do pretty well. I can't wait for the next season because they already teased the Joker. So, but that was my review of Batman Cape Crusader, and also I will like to mention that My Adventures with Superman, I think is pretty cool. It's very unique. It's kind of like an anime, basically. It's very unique. The cast is great. I think the animation is great. They have a lot of modern redesigns for the characters, which I think that they really work. They respined some characters, which I'm okay with that. But I think that series is good as well. So I just wanted to mention that real quick, because it's been well over since, I think, 20 years since we've had a Superman cartoon since the animated series 96. So, but I wanted to mention that real quick. But anyway, that's my review of Batman Cape Crusader. Let me know what you guys think of the show, the comics. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.